Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First down, Bills.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here's Cook again.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now Allen again. And that is incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. The kick by Bass is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now a play fake. Lance. That's brought in downfield by London.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
On first down, Lance.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Bo Melton.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Raiders have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On play action, Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's Allen to throw it.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. They'll try the middle with Cook. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run it again with Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the gun, it's Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
And it's another Oski, because that's what we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well left.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines.
And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Now Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they'll have it just 5 yards away from pay dirt here, 1st and goal. Defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Following the fumble recovery. Lance. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown.
Drake London.
A 5-yard touchdown. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Carlson. Up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The slot man in motion right. On 2nd and 9, Allen.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Allen.
Shakir hauls it in.
And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the 1st down at around the 22. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
From just shy of midfield, Lance will swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
That's good for Las Vegas. First down.
Shotgun now for Lance. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. He's able to find Melton. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on first down is Lance. This pass is caught by London. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Throwing now is Lance. Steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Lance on the keeper. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Trey Lance, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Raiders continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
To throw again on second down. Allen. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Allen. He'll find Gabriel Davis.
Allen's pass complete to Gabriel Davis. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 44-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
We already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Allen has his man. It's Shakir.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
Completes to Shakir once again.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Raiders' 36-yard line.
2nd and 2.
And again, it's Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25.
Going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now Allen to try again after the pick 6.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Getting the ball is Cook, right left. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Cook makes the catch on the out route. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
Julian O'Quara
able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Allen now looks to throw. Flush to his right. Uncorks one for Davis.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Offense set to get this drive started. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. The tight end in motion right. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
That's complete to Hines out of the backfield.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 15.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. He's at the 30, 10.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep him in? Green light, let him go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
but he's not happy right now.
No, don't tell everyone how many I have.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Josh Jacobs with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Raiders are pouring it on.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
This is Hines. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Here's Hines.
Now he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week.
And now here's another interception.
And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this third quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
Play action. Now it's Lance. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Lance.
And this one is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
This pass complete to Melton.
Touchdown, Raiders!
A familiar refrain. A turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, but I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Throwing again on second down. Allen. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Rocky Sin. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Throws right back to London, complete again. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Right.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
From the gun, it's Lance.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Tarvarius Moore.
And the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And now here's another interception.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, that means talk about a campaign.
Well, Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. And the Bills are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season
December.
of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Allen. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
And Lance now to throw.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tarvarius Moore.
And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 15.
They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And some room to work.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. The 71 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
A great run, but, you know, this is probably where the offensive coordinator is saying, geez, we could have used a couple of these earlier in the game.
Hey, he's probably telling the head coach, well, talk to the run game coordinator about that. I just called the plays. We should have had this going right from the beginning.
Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly a disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
At this juncture, CD, you normally see teams back in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame. His nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring.
And now here is another interception.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So after the INT, it's Allen. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 and the 15. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Allen. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Allen again. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's brought down. 14 yards that time for number 14. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Bass, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. He's able to find Melton. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final
timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Let's go now.
And they'll go for it. Lance. This pass is caught by London.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends. And understand